Hi guys, welcome back to this week's review of our Forex trading levels for the 23rd to the 27th of June. Starting off with EURUSD, you can see here that the pair found support at this level around 135.26 and has made a succession of bullish engulfing candles here. Look, there's one there and one there, and we are actually long on this pair. So we're waiting for the price action to take us up to around 136.93, 137 level. If we get up to there and you're not already in trade, then possibly look to short there. You can see here it found support at this level, so it may well find resistance just here at the 137 level, which also looks like pretty much like a 50% Fibonacci retracement of the bigger move down. So for EURUSD, look for shorts down for 137 or longs back up from this level 135.31 to 135, 134.80, somewhere in this zone here. Looking at GBPUSD here, you can see obviously it well and truly broke this downtrend line with Carney's words about interest rate changes coming sooner than later. So looking at this, what we're going to do, it's convincingly now broken the 1.70 level, so you could look for a long if it pulls back to 169.72 or the 170 level. Or if you look at this trend line here, you can see you've had a touch here, touch here, touch here, and where it broke here it came back and retested that trend line and then pulled back down, so it appears this trend line's functioning. So you could look for a long off this trend line, or if you get a break under this trend line, then check for a retest into this trend line to come back down short, back to the 167.38 level. That's if it does pull back down under here. My feeling is that it's going to bounce around here and continue pushing higher. Looking at NZDUSD here, you can see the basic area. So you've obviously got this level here at 87.78, which is pretty much a long-term high for this pair. You've also got this level here, look here, previous resistance turned into a bit of support here at 83.82, and this level here at 85.33, previous support here, broken it here. So if we get a big drop down to here, so you're looking to go long at this level here around 85.33 with the right price action candle. However, there is another level here that I can see. If you put in a level just there, you can see previous resistance here, previous resistance, and it's kind of broken it here and retested it and gone back to the upside. So we may look for longs out of this level here at 86.68, given that we see the correct price action candle. So I just marked that last level in there as a possibility if we drop back to here. On Aussie dollar here, you can see obvious levels, 94.31 just here, which is bounced down off, may continue to pull back down. We've got this level here, 92.29, and this level here, 90.51, quite a way away. That one, I don't think we need to worry about that at the moment. However, didn't take this particular signal here because of this bullish engulfing candle just there. Now when you see these sort of bullish engulfing candles in the middle of a zone like this, always helps just to see if you can find any levels before it. So just put on a level there and have a look back and see if there's any previous supporting or resisting levels. You can see here there was support here at that level where that bullish engulfing candle occurred. So this creates in an effect another level for you at 93.30. If this pushes back down here to 93.30, then this is a level that you can trade out of, either with a bullish candle to come back up here to 94.31, or with a break and a retest, a bearish candle to take you back down to 92.29. So as before on Kiwi, I'll just add that level in just there. On AUDNZD here, we've had a bit of a bounce out of this support level just here at 1.0765, but if you look at this big bearish candle here of around 150 pips, it really does signify that this pair is going bearish or it went bearish at that point. So what I'm waiting for is this level here at 1.0891, and look for a bearish candlestick at that point, rather than try and get in long here, which would be totally contra trend. You can see how strong these bearish candles were coming down here. Then we've had a little bit of a bounce. Now this bounce is probably profit taking for people that were short down here. So if you were to look for a level to get short down here, you've obviously got this 1.0891 level. Another possible level may be just in here, around about 1.0855. You could also look at that level there, but ideally waiting for this point here, which is 1.0892, to come back down short. On a break under here, if it continues this bearish theme here after a small pullback, if we get a break under here, then look for a bearish price action candle to bring you all the way back down to 1.0650. On AUDJPY, we were looking at this level here, 96093, and it hasn't really done a lot the last week or so. It had a bit of a down movement out of that level, but there wasn't really a bearish candlestick up here to signify any proper down move. All we have had is a bullish candlestick, this bullish engulfing candle here. So let me just put a level across there. You can see here there was some support here, previous support, that this candlestick here used. So you can now count this level in here, 95.27, as a possible trading level. So what I'll be looking for on this pair, let's just move this arrow up here. Obviously if we get a break, a big break down to 93.61, then you're looking to go long out of this level here, out of this previous support level, previous resistance here as well, look. But if we come down to here to 95.27, look for some bullish candlestick patterns there. But remember, not too big bullish candlestick patterns, because you've got this resistance level up at the top here. So you could look here at these three levels, 96.093 for a bounce or a break, 95.27 for a bounce or a break, or all the way down at 93.61. At the moment it's very much sideways, so it's very much a wait and see pair, this one right now. On EURAUD here, you can see this long-term trend line, got the touch here and a touch here, which the price has rebounded out of. However, right above it here we've got this level 145.37, so it's in a bit of congestion here. You've got previous resistance, look, resistance here, broke it here, and it's provided resistance again. So for this trend line here to really prove itself that it is moving in an uptrend, I'm looking for a break above 145.37 and then a retest back down to this level to go long back up to 150.25. To go short, you've got to look for a break under here, under this trend line, to come back down to 141.21. At the moment it's just it's a little bit bigger. You can see it's a bit congested here. Price is wondering what it's going to do, but the levels you need to look at are 145.37 mainly, and obviously off this trend line probably around 143.80 to 144 level. Watch it around that level for either a breakthrough and then a retest to go short, or a bounce, but of course using a price action candle to give you your entry. Bit of an uptrend here in EURJPY, but nothing really to write home about, no nice big candles here. So you've got this previous support level here at 139.31. See the support here, across here, which turned into resistance just here. Break here and then break back under. So I would look for some bearish price action candles just there at 139.31. If we break this level here, then look up here to come short at 140.50. I wouldn't look to go long on this until you break 140.50 and then retest that level to come long back up to 143.32. These levels are a bit close here to actually go long out of this level here. So short down from 139.31 or long out of 140.50 with the correct price action candles, or a short down from 140.50 again with the right price action candle. But this pair is another wait and see one this week. That's on EUROJPY. GBPJPY here, if you look at this long-term resistance level at 173.36, you can see the price broke through it just here, but this is quite a long-term high here. And you can see this candlestick here, this doji candlestick that's been formed. What's happening here is they've tried to push the price over it, and then there's lots of sellers sat here, which is balancing out the buyers and the sellers, which is why it shows you this indecision candle. So for this pair, I'm looking for pullback to 173.36 to go long with a proper price action candle, or to go short we'd be looking at 172.65, looking to short it back down to the 171.34 level first, and then back down to 169.80 level. USDJPY looks a bit like the euro here, kind of stuck in the mud, isn't it? But you can see the obvious levels here you want to be looking at to watch this. You know, you've got to be looking around here, 102.36 for short positions. On breaks, obviously, if you want to go long here, then you've got to wait for it to break and show you with a price action candle. Or coming back down here to the 101.30 level, that's your spot to watch as well. But it's pretty much stuck right now, so we've got to wait until these levels are found. We can't go sort of jumping in on this, although some people might say, well, hang on, this is some sort of a flag pattern, but I prefer to stay out of this right now and wait for these levels to be found before trying to use that pattern. So your levels are for USDJPY around 102.63 to 102.73 or 101.30. Last pair here we're going to look at for this week, USDCAD. You can see here the level we had, which was a support level, and you can see how important it is to wait for price action candles before you jump in. The 1.0830 level. Now this was good USDCAD news that did this on Friday. It also greatly affected the EUROCAD as well. I think it dropped that pair about 150 pips. But you can see here, if you just put a buy order here, just a blind buy order, you would have been taken out quite well on that one. Because it actually drops out that level about 89 pips. Unless you've got your stop down here, in which case, you know, you're still in trade but really suffering on this. So this is a good example of why it's important to wait for the proper price action candles. The next level you need to be watching for on this, I'm just going to show you. Is obviously just here. You can see here its previous resistance just here. So you're looking for on this pair 1.0707 or a pullback to 1.0830 to come back down short with the appropriate price action candle. So it's this drop here has actually brought this level here into play, which wasn't previously on our charts. So you could either look for a bounce here at 1.0830 to come back down short, or a bounce here with the proper price action candle, because it is going to be against the trend at 1.0707. Just taking a look at the news here for next week. This is all the red tier 1 data for next week. It looks pretty much a quiet week. There's the obvious Euro news, USD news, but nothing really major. The only thing I can see here, you've got Carney talking twice. He's talking on Tuesday at the Treasury Committee hearing in London, so that could move GBP, and on Thursday he's also talking, but I don't think this one is so important. Well, he's talking about financial stability, so he may mention interest rates in both of those. If he mentions interest rates, or changes to interest rates, then that could cause the GBP pairs to spike around a bit. So that's what I'll be looking for on Tuesday and Thursday, is the Bank of England Governor Carney talking. But apart from that, it's just the normal stuff. There's no FOMC, there's no NFP reports or anything like that. It's just the normal stuff coming up next week in the news. So that's it for the review of next week's price action trading levels. If you like what we do here, please subscribe, tick the like button, or even leave us a comment. And we'll see you next week.